And I'm Brian, and this is the Whitney and Brian Show. Today, guys, it's a B-Day.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Brian. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fantastic. Whitney, how's your day going?
Doing well. Can you remind me what day it is?
Well, Whitney, today's Thursday, November 3rd, and can you start us off with a joke?
Oh, sure I can. For the boss. Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what?
The big
Why everything goes?
for the boss.
That's a really good joke. And now let's move on to the monthly pillar.
For our monthly pillar today, we have every good citizen adds to the strength of a nation. Gordon B. Hinckley. Now it's time for our weather. Yo, Brian, what's the weather for today?
Well, guys, the weather's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 83 and a low of 72. That's some nice weather, huh, Whitney?
Real nice. Now it's time for our lunch.
And for today's lunch, we'll be having a turkey and cheese whole grain midnight roll, herb potatoes, and also a romaine salad with salad dressing.
Yum. Now it's time for student news.
Welcome back, Eagles. Today we're kicking off this month with the Native American Heritage Month. Isn't that exciting, Whitney?
That's amazing. But you know what's even more exciting?
Tell me, Whitney.
There's no school on the 8th.
Let's go!
Enjoy your day off, guys.
Yeah. Also, guys, until the 16th, there will be a canned food drive. Please donate non-perishable food items and to help those in need. The first period class who raises the most items will have an ice cream party.
That's awesome. There's also picture retakes today, so make sure you look your best.
Do not miss out. Now on to the club news. Remember, if you're attending the Super Smash Bros. Tournament, you have to pay the ticket. It's $8 with food and drinks included.
The science fair has already started, from now until November 14th. The science fair competition will be on November 16th, and there will be 3 winners for middle school and 3 winners for high school. We will have a fan favorite, and the whole body gets to choose their favorite board. Since 1990, November has been declared National American Indian Heritage Month.
During this time, we pay tribute to the rich ancestry and traditions of Native Americans through the continent.
As the Seminoles are natives of the state of Florida, we will spend the next few days learning about and celebrating their culture.
In this interview with Everett Osceola, we will discover what it means to be a Seminole.
We want to be known as how we are today. We're living, we're breathing, we still have our culture, we still have our language, and we want to be looked at as Americans as well. And I think for some reason the American dream is that they forget about the Native Americans. I am Everett Osceola, and I am Seminole. The way we used to live was by war. The way we used to live was by survival. The Seminoles are called the unconquered people because we were the only tribe within U.S. history to not sign any treaties. Seminole actually was derived from a dialect of Spanish. They just said Cimarron, meaning wild one or the untamed ones. So it got butchered over time and over generations that it was called Seminole. But in a way it kind of stuck because we weren't part of the Creeks, we weren't part of the Choctaws or the Chickasaws. We actually were a part of some of the ancient tribes. So being untamed or wild ones, you know, we just kind of inherited the name, and we kind of just, we have it now, and we kind of have it now proudly. All our traditions are passed down orally, like our songs, our stories, and our language. There are 2 languages within the Seminole tribe. One is called Creek, which is part of the, kind of like the Portuguese of Alabama and even the Creek Nation. And then we also have the Miccosukee language, which is mostly the predominant language that's spoken today. Did the Seminoles own Florida at one point? Yes, they did. We have records going back probably as far as maybe 13, and there was a map of where they said that we actually had not only Florida, but it went as far as Florida, Alabama, Georgia, almost all the way up to Tennessee. We've always been part of Florida. The only reason why we kind of disbanded is because when the Europeans came, it was kind of like, you guys belong here. You guys are going to be called this. You eat this certain type of food, so you're going to be called, you're going to be named after that food. So when we would go back and forth between Florida, when the Europeans came, we had to stick to one certain area in order to survive. And then during the times of war, they tried to make a deal with us. Of course, we didn't go for that deal, but after the First Seminole War, which was around 1815 to around 1820, they tried to give us to sign where we were going to have some land within Florida, and that covered, it was like right in the middle, Ocala, all the way down to Vero Beach. And then, that didn't go as well, and then that's when we had 2 more Seminole Wars. And that's when we pretty much, it came down to just where we were hiding in the Everglades in order to survive. When we came out of the swamps and when we were put on reservations, we weren't given that much. We were given maybe some water, maybe some commodities, but we had to live, we had to learn how to survive even in Hollywood. But we ended up learning from all the different resources that were around us, not only natural, but all the other different resources. And the thing is that we were able to prevail over it.
And that's all for today's News Eagles. This is Whitney.
I'm Brian.
And we're signing out. Until next time.